So the first thing that I want to do is I want to add a black color to the face. We're not going to be texturing the face, so we're just going to use a solid black color. Something like this looks fine. So with that, the face done, we're not going to worry about it anymore. Let's get started with the helmet. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to go ahead and block out all my materials, which means roughly matching the final values of the bases, and most importantly, setting up all the masks that we're going to use. So let's get started with the ladder. Let's go ahead and add some color. So something quick, just to kind of represent the look that you're going with. Make sure that you're matching your reference more or less. Let's go ahead and add a mask with color selection. I'm going to be choosing our ladder. Now we also need this part. And let's go ahead and add this one. And I think that should do it. So I need those little balls. And let's go ahead and add stitches. And let's go ahead and fix this mask up. As you can see, we have a lot of like white around the borders of the mask and the stitches. So the first thing that I would try to do in a situation like this is add a filter and add a blur. Blur it out a little bit. Then we add a levels. I'm just gonna push the values around until it looks good. Something like that looks pretty good. We have a few spots with slight errors. So we can do a paint. Now we can just paint those away. So you can see that we have a little bit of an error. That should be like a metal hook. So we can either go into the color selection, put the tolerance down until it disappears, or you could get rid of it in the paint layer. The best is to go back and adjust the tolerance, if that can get it away. Let's just go ahead and paint a little bit more of visible errors. I don't really care about how you get the mask. Whatever like works for you and you think is like a nice comfortable way is the way that you can go with. All that's important is that you know how to mask stuff. And I think with that done, we've masked everything that we need to mask of the ladder. Give it a quick look. few little arrows left. Also, don't be too stressed about missing a few spots here and there, because we are gonna use a background layer, which is gonna get rid of the white as well. But do try to get it pretty close. And like that looks about right. So I'm gonna go ahead and repeat this for the other materials. Although I don't want this course to take too long. So the more repetitive stuff I will be speeding up when I just repeat the same process over and over again. So for example, now that we have the ladder, we make a new folder. And now we can do like strap. Add mask with color selection. Now let's select our strap. Let's give this a color. And let's give this a roughness. Now I'm going to be adding to the mask. And finally, we're going to be going ahead and doing a filter. Blur. And we adjust the values till it looks right. And finally, we'll go ahead and like adjust some stuff here and there. For example, this is now looking very white, so maybe we paint a little bit extra here. But as you can see, it's very similar. Everything's pretty much the same. It's just boring, repeating work. That's also why I really like to start off with a block out of all my materials and values. So I get everything out of the way in the beginning that's boring to do. And once I have all my masks set up, I don't need to worry about it. And then it's just having fun with painting. So from now on, some of the videos, some of the lessons are gonna have two videos. The first video on top is gonna be the main video, where we're going over actual useful stuff, where I'm explaining things and showing you how to do things. And if there's a second video underneath, it means it's just doing the same stuff, but over and over and over again. And this will be without explanation and will be sped up. And this is optional to view. If you want to view it, just to like see the whole process, you're free to do so. If not, don't worry, you're not missing anything except for repeating stuff. But again, don't worry, you won't miss anything by not watching it. All the things that are actually useful and that need explanation will always be the first video where I explain everything. So whenever there's something that's a little bit more complicated that I did in the sped up video that I think we need to talk about really quick, I'm just gonna go ahead and paste that at the end of this video, just so you don't miss anything that could be important. In case you don't want to watch the sped up video, like the video below this video. So we have this part right here, which was a little bit more complicated to mask. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete the mask and we're gonna redo that. So over here we run into the issue. If we go add mask with color selection, pick color. Then we go ahead and add this color and finally this color. Now you see that we're missing a lot of the stuff. So I can try to go to this black area and like keep picking the colors. This doesn't really work nicely. One thing I could try is upping the tolerance. But you see, in that case, a lot of other sections are being selected. So an easy way to do this is we go with the tolerance as high as we can go without selecting other parts. Now when we have this, we can just do a paint. Now I just want to go really rough, like quickly mask that out. I don't care about going over the area that I want to mask. As you can see, this is a horrible mask. So now the way that we can fix this is we add another fill. We add another color selection. Now we select the green color and the purple, so the straps. Then we put the blending mode to subtract. Now this is gonna take that away. Now on top of this, we can do one more paint. And we can go ahead and clean this up a little bit. And then over here we have our mask. So sometimes stuff can be a little bit more complicated to mask and you need to go ahead and mess around with a few different layers in your mask stack.